At my sister's wedding, she smirked and introduced me to her boss. This is the embarrassment of our family. My parents laughed. Her boss stayed silent, watching them. The room went tense. Then he smiled and said, "Interesting, because you're fired." My sister grabbed my arm and dragged me toward her boss at the wedding reception. Her smile was too wide, too sharp. I knew something was coming. "Mr. Holden," she announced loudly, "I want you to meet someone special." The champagne glasses around us went quiet. People turned to watch. "This is my brother Kevin, the embarrassment of our family." She laughed, high and cruel. "Still single, still working some tiny consulting job nobody understands. We keep hoping he'll figure his life out eventually." The words hit like a slap. My father chuckled from his seat. "Yeah, we stopped expecting much from him years ago." My mother covered her mouth, giggling like it was the funniest joke she'd heard. I stood there frozen. Heat crawled up my neck. My hands shook at my sides. For 36 years, I'd been invisible to this family. The quiet one, the one who didn't need attention, the one who handled everything while my younger sister Samantha took all the credit. 3 months before this wedding, she'd called asking for small favors. I negotiated with vendors. I advanced $2,000 when she forgot her checkbook. I handled the venue, the caterers, the florist who tried to overcharge by $800. My parents praised her endlessly. "Samantha's so organized. She handles everything beautifully." Not once did they mention my name. At the reception, they seated me at a corner table near the kitchen, surrounded by distant relatives I barely knew. And now here I was, being publicly humiliated while everyone laughed. But Mr. Holden didn't laugh. He sat perfectly still, watching Samantha, then my parents, then me. His face was cold, calculating. "Kevin," he said quietly, "what kind of consulting do you do?" I blinked, surprised he was speaking to me at all. "Financial consulting, for small businesses. I help them restructure, avoid bankruptcy when things get difficult." He nodded slowly. "How long? 12 years? Interesting." He turned to Samantha. The warmth drained from his face completely. "Very interesting." He stood up. "Samantha, we need to talk first thing Monday morning. Enjoy the rest of your evening." He walked toward the exit without another word. The silence was deafening. Samantha's smile faltered. My parents exchanged confused glances. No one understood what had just happened. I left early, claiming a headache. 3 days later, my phone exploded. Samantha had been placed on administrative leave. By the end of the week, she was terminated. My parents called, voices sharp with accusation. "What did you say to him?" my mother demanded. "Samantha lost her job because of you." I didn't say anything. "He asked about my work, that's all." "You've always been jealous of her," my father cut in. "You finally found a way to sabotage her." They hung up before I could respond. That Monday morning, I arrived at my office to find a luxury car in the parking lot. Mr. Holden stepped out, carrying a thick folder. "Mr. Chen," he said, walking toward me, "do you have a few minutes?" I led him inside my small office. He looked around with genuine respect. "Do you remember a furniture store about 10 years ago? Weston's Fine Furniture in Hartford?" The name hit me like a wave. I remember. The owner was an older gentleman about to lose everything. That was me. He set the folder on my desk. 10 years ago, I was drowning in debt. A young man walked in, looked at my books, and told me exactly what I was doing wrong. He spent weeks working completely free of charge. When I asked why, he said I reminded him of his grandfather. My throat tightened. I sold that store 3 years later for a profit. Used the money to get my MBA, build my career. Everything I've accomplished started with that moment. He paused. "When your sister introduced you at the wedding, when she called you the embarrassment, I knew immediately who you were." He opened the folder, spreading documents across my desk. "I didn't fire Samantha because of what she said. I've been investigating her for 6 months. She falsified reports, took credit for others' work, used company email for suspicious transactions. The wedding just confirmed what I already suspected." He looked at me directly. "I'm offering you a position as an independent consultant. Your skills saved my business once. Let's see what you can do with proper resources." He paused at the door. "One more thing. During the investigation, I found unusual patterns in Samantha's personal finances. If I were you, I'd look into any shared family accounts." I followed his advice. The bank records revealed everything. My grandfather's education fund had held $80,000, split equally between Samantha and me. Full story on channel link below.